Earlier today, I spoke about this pardon with presidential historian Robert Dallek. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning author who's written 14 books. Here's some of what he had to say about the history of presidential pardons in America. Robert Dallek, presidential historian, thank you for being with us. Certainly, presidential pardons, we commonly see them toward the end of an administration, and there have been some controversial ones over the decades. George H.W. Bush pardoned 6 people connected to the Iran-Contra scandal. President Obama had Chelsea Manning. Bill Clinton had Patty Hearst. And, of course, the most famous pardon of all, of course, Ford pardoning his predecessor, Richard Nixon. So we've seen this before with other presidencies. Where does today rank, do you think?
Well, first let me say the most notorious of the pardons came from Andrew Johnson after the Civil War, and it got him into deep trouble and compelled his impeachment in 1868. Anyway, today you see this pardon by Donald Trump of Michael Flynn, and that's going to deepen the feeling, I believe, in the country that Trump is associated with wrongdoing and with lawlessness, because it's already rumored that he's going to be indicted after he gets out of the presidency for various financial crimes.
And we've seen 2 times the president has acted on clemency related to people connected to the Mueller probe. Of course, Michael Flynn today, back in July, Roger Stone. The president has been very vocal of the Mueller investigation, always called it a hoax, said there was nothing there. So this does seem to be keeping in line with the president trying to do anything he can to, of course, refute the findings of the Mueller investigation and to kind of get that off of his record and clear people who are also wrapped up in the scandal as well.
But I think, in fact, it will have the reverse effect. It will deepen the feeling that this is a man who has been corrupt and lawless, and it's going to cast a shadow over his presidential reputation, which I think will never go away.
President Trump has used the power of clemency less than any other modern president, less than 0.5% of more than 10,000 requests during his time in office. Others have used it thousands of times. Democrats have been highly critical of the decision today. No surprise there at all. But is there anything practically that can be done to challenge or overturn a pardon, or once the president signs off, it's a done deal?
It's a done deal because they have absolute control over pardons. There is no example of the legislature overturning a presidential pardon.
And one thing that fascinates me is I'm interested in the history of the pardon power of the presidency, because it does seem, regardless of who's in the White House, it does seem like a power that can be abused. What was the original intent behind giving the President of the United States this kind of broad, unchecked power?
Well, it was part of the checks and balances, just as the Congress could check the president with all sorts of things like the veto of any piece of legislation he signed into law. So they were giving the president a kind of executive authority that could enhance his standing. And of course, in the beginning of our history, you had George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, and there was a lot more trust of presidential authority at that time, at the beginning of our history, than of course there is now.
Presidential historian Robert Dallek, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes. Appreciate your insight and your sense of history on this. It's always a fascinating topic, and we see all presidents do this on their way out, and today's the day for this administration, and maybe perhaps more to come. We'll see what the next few weeks bring. Sir, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.